Hi guys! I hope all of you are doing well. Thanks for tuning in and singing our second lesson. So I thought for this lesson we could learn My Treehouse from the play, from the musical, Most Epic Birthday Party Ever. Um, so I think that this is a great song for you guys to learn as as an audition song. So if you guys want to go out and audition at local theaters, or when we had you come in and pick one of the songs from the musical, this was would have been a really good pick as well. It's short, it's sweet, and it has a lot of emotion behind it. So we're gonna go through our warm-ups. I'm gonna do a little lesson about vowel placement and consonants, and then we'll start learning the song. So anyway, here we go. First, we're going to start with some humming. All right, great. So when you're doing that exercise, what I really want you to think about is a marshmallow in your mouth. So you're just like chewing on a marshmallow, right? So you don't have like a super locked jaw. You're just very relaxed, okay? So, So it's almost to the point where you can just move your mouth however you want it, but it won't affect the sound of your voice. So really nice, like marshmallowy mouth. Like you have a big chewy marshmallow in your mouth, okay? Now we're gonna go down, we're gonna hum down. And there again, marshmallow mouth, marshmallow mouth. All right. Now we'll do our new, our na, and our no. All right. So this one, I really want to focus on maybe doing it regular first. So doing it just on mezzo forte, which means like medium loud, right? No. And playing with the tempo, okay? No. Very good. So you can do that as fast, as slow as you want, draw it out. Now I want to work on the piano versus forte. So I want you to do a few soft and then a few loud. And you can do crescendo in between as well. Crescendo, like your alligator hands, crescendo, which means you're opening up, you're getting louder. Decrescendo, reverse, you're coming down, you're getting quieter, right? Piano versus forte. So we're going to start out piano, okay? Now let's do some forte work, and you can do this on your own as well. And you'll notice that it takes a lot more effort and a lot more breath support, like when we need to use our diaphragm for that breath support that I was talking about last time, to make the piano sounds, to make the quieter sounds, the quieter voice rather than the louder voice. Because there's more air that needs to be controlled when you're trying to sing quieter, when you're trying to sing piano, versus when you're trying to sing loud. So it's a lot more control. So that's why you need a good support with your diaphragm. Right, so let's do na on those as well. So we did our nu, let's do na. Na, na, I put my finger on my chin, and that's just to remind me to keep my tongue placed on the back of my teeth, right? The back of my bottom teeth, just gently placed. Na, na. My tongue is relaxed, it's not moving. Ah. All right, let's do no. No. Very good. So I want you to play with all three of those vowels. So the oo, the ah, the o, okay? And doing your piano versus your forte work, and speeding up and down. It'll just make your voice more agile. We're doing these warm-ups so you can tone your voice. Just like you would exercise. You're toning your body. You're building strength in your body. We do these vocal exercises to train our voice and build strength within our voice so we can end up singing these long pieces or like a huge musical and not have any fear about straining our voice. Just like running a marathon. You need to train your body so you don't get strained during the marathon. All right. So let's do our staccato. And then I love to sing, and then we'll do our breath hisses. And I'll do something new with the breath hisses. So staccato, let's do ha, Ha 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 ha, and go. Ha 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 ha. 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 Very good. Let's do he. He 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 he. Awesome. And you can also work with that the same with a new na no for piano forte and speed, right? And rhythm. So that's fun. Now let's just do our I love to sing, and make sure you're using your hands. I love to sing. 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 And this is cool too, because you can actually play with piano forte through here. So you could be like, I love to sing. I love to sing. You see how I went from forte to piano to forte? You could start out piano to forte. It's fun to mess with. All right, so standing up, I want you to put your hand on your diaphragm, right below your lungs, right in that like warm, soft spot. And we're gonna breathe in on the count of 4 and hiss out on 8. And we're gonna do that 3 times, okay? So ready, breathe. And make sure at that point that you're controlling your breath enough that you are absolutely expelled of air by the end of 8, okay? So again, we'll do that 2 more times. Ready, and... I was absolutely expelled. 1 more time. Ready, and... All right. Now, I'm going to shake it out a little bit. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, shake it out. I don't know if you guys do yoga, but that's definitely a really good way to learn how to control your your breath, and support your breath. So yoga breathing is really good. In through your nose, out through your mouth. All right. So we're going to do that 1 more time, but instead of breathing straight out on a hiss for 8, we're going to do like little staccato hisses, okay? So we'll breathe in for 4, and we'll just do little staccato hisses. For example, and that's our little hiss pulses for 8, right? And I want you to still have your hand on your diaphragm and count out with your hisses to 8. All right? Ready, and... Very good. Let's do that 2 more times. Ready, and... Very good. Breathe in 1 more time. Nice. Okay. So, let's talk about vowel placement. So we talked about a little bit about this during one of our classes that we had before we stopped meeting. So when we talk about vowels, vowels are completely open, right? There's no restrictions in vowels. A, E, I, O, U, right? U, E, A, O, U, right? So they're completely open. We have, in order to get into our vowel placement, especially in songs, we have our consonants that we have to worry about that get in the way. So with our warm-ups and our practicing, I'll add in next week a warm-ups that start out with a hard consonant, like a t or an s, right? Or a k, a k. So that's why I started out with a nu or a na or no, just because it kind of like flips us into those consonants easy. So it creates our placement in order to open those consonants. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So, for instance, ta, tu is harder to open up into those consonants correctly, to open your mouth into those consonants correctly than na, no, nu, right? Because that your tongue placement when you do the na should be on the right behind your top teeth, on your hard ridge right there. Na, no, nu. If you could do that with me. Ready, and na, no, nu. You can feel the placement right behind your teeth on that hard ridge. Yeah, I'm feeling it right now. All right. So that kind of like opens, it spurs the vowel. So when we sing, it's really just a string of vowels connected together. And the consonants are in there so we as the listener understand what you're singing, correct? So what we need to know is that we're going from vowel to vowel rather than word to word. And this will help you in singing and being able to sustain your singing. And make it easier for the listener to hear you and projecting without using too much air and too much of your body. So if we really hone in on those vowels and really understanding that vowels are what makes up singing rather than the consonants or the words, it is straight down to the bones, the vowels, then we are able to sing more openly. So we'll go through that more. I know it's kind of a weird concept to understand, but just to get down to the nitty-gritty of the words themselves. But we'll go through that. Anyway, I would like to sing through my treehouse. So it's pretty quick, but we're going to break it down a little bit. I got a keyboard, so that's a good thing that has come out of this quarantine business. All right, so we'll start out. 1, 2, ready, and just me up here in my treehouse, not much to fear in my treehouse. I'm all alone, but I feel I belong here. Okay, so should we just go through that together? We'll slow it down a little bit. 1, 2, ready, and just me up here in my treehouse, not much to fear in my treehouse. I'm all alone, but I feel I belong here. So that's just right down the train, right? I'm all alone, but I feel I belong here. Keep going. Ready, and just me and leaves in my treehouse, a calming breeze in my treehouse. It may sound simple, but I can't do much wrong here. Right? So let's go back to that part. Just me and leaves in my treehouse. Just me and leaves in my treehouse, a calming breeze in my treehouse. It may sound simple, So let's go back to so much to see. So much to see above the plains, just little me, no one complains. So safe and sound in my treehouse, I won't be found in my treehouse unless I want to be. All right, so I want you to go through and I want you to see where there are dynamic markings. When I talk about that, I mean the crescendo. If you can see that alligator right there. Boop. Okay, the crescendos, the mezzo forte markings, which is just an MF, a piano marking, or whatever. The only thing I see is that crescendo, okay? So that crescendo lives after so much to see above the plains, just little me, no one complains, okay? So for example, it goes like this. So much to see above the plains, just little me, right? So we're like, bam, running into that, right? We're chugging up to it. So much to see above the plains, just little me, no one complains. So there we go. And right there, I think you should decrescendo, right? Above the plains, I think you should decrescendo because it has this marking right here. It's poco rit, right? Poco ritardando. That's what it means. So that means poco means a little and ritardando means slower, right? So it's a little bit slowing down, okay? And you'll hear that when you listen to the recording and when you listen to the piano recording as well. All right, so let's go through and really look at those. And you know what? You can actually just see where you think you would want to be quiet, where you think you would want to be a little bit louder, because there isn't a lot of info in here. The only other dynamic marking I see is in the piano part, right at the end of this song. If you see, well, I guess you guys wouldn't have the piano part, but where it says where I want to be, right? You see how there's a MP, it's backwards for you, but there's an MP that's mezzo piano. So that means you would be medium quiet, right? Rather than piano, which is very quiet. All right. Wonderful. So I'm just going to play through. So if you just want to play it with you and sing it with you and just your own melody line. So you have that option. So I'll just play it. It will be slower than the accompaniment and also the pre-recorded one. So just keep that in mind. But this is just something for you to have at home. All right. Wonderful. Great. So just take this with you and use it to learn my treehouse and get better at your vowel placement and stringing those vowels of the words together. And what I really want you to think about, this is your task, is creating phrases. Okay, so you're not just saying words, you're not just singing vowels. I want you to create phrases. So there's a reason why you're going to the end of this, just like a sentence, right? There's a reason why you're going to the end of the phrase. And there's a reason why you're saying this, correct? So, just me up here in my treehouse, not much to fear in my treehouse. I'm all alone, right? But really just think about the punctuation and why it's there. Why is it a period? Why is it a comma? Why is there an exclamation point? Why is there a question mark? So think about how to phrase these, okay? So you're not just singing words, and that there's actually inflection to this. So I want you to take that with you. If you guys want to record for me and I could give like pointers and stuff like that, that would be super cool. And you guys could send those to me, like email me or post them on your YouTube or whatever. But we'll figure out a way to do that. Maybe we could set something up, or you could post them to the drive. Just you singing my treehouse. And if you have any questions for me, please feel free to email. And I look forward to our next lesson together. So I hope you guys are all doing well. Bye.